overwhelming is a word, but also samey is a bit of the same word. Today we are actually going to be building someone a PC, so that's really good. That's really fun. But you'll see in a minute, I've got so many goddamn emails that it's just a little bit, yeah. And I've been playing this for quite a while now, so I want to have a bit of a variety. I want to have a bit of change. So next week, if you tune in, I will not be playing PC Building Simulator. I'm going to have a bit of a break, and then I'll come back. So it's not going away. It's the same with all of my videos. I like to kind of phase them in and out for a bit of variety. And next week I'm going to be sticking to the simulator type, and I'm going to be doing Car Garage Simulator 2018. Now I have 15 and 18. 2015 I played so much, but again it was very, very similar things coming in, and I would just get a car, fix it, move on, get a car, fix it, move on. I played that ridiculous amount. Then 18 came out, and it was much more of an actual game rather than just a random sandbox garage. So never really got into it, but you actually you fix cars to get upgrades and better tools and things. So that's actually something that could be more not more fun, but as fun as this. So from next week it's going to be Car Garage Simulator, and the further we get with the Car Garage, I might even get some of the DLCs. I've got a few, but they've got a lot, so we'll go through that next week. Now, as you can see, I'm already in, and yeah, as I was saying about emails, right, so these are the emails we had anyway up to this one here, and now these are all the extra emails we got overnight. It's a ridiculous amount of emails. Some of them aren't actually emails. Most of them are asking for basic fixes and repairs. I've got so many emails. There's a ridiculous amount, and I think that out of all of these jobs, only 2 of them are timed, and the time is 8 days. So I've got so much time to do them as well. But my first thought was, I'm going to get rid of these kind of emails that don't mean anything. So this one here, as you can see, I went through it last week. It was a guy talking about putting on his own archive of all of the bits and pieces that he struggles to get hold of, and it was nice, and I was going to keep it, but I'm not going to. It sounds harsh, but I've got another 2 today. So this person, right, get ready for this. I'm having problems with my computer. As I use it to organise meetings for the local Woodsy Alliance group and to share my thoughts on Roller, it is very important that it be returned to working order. However, I'm a great believer in natural healing processes and the power of positive energy. I would first like you to conduct an alternative repair session. This requires you to dim the lights in your office. Hold on. Can I actually... Oh, yeah, I can. There you go. Dim the lights. Not so much dimmed as off, but dim the lights in the office, light some candles, and fully relax. You don't have to wear clothes if you don't want to. I mean, in this heat, I don't really want to wear clothes anyway, because it's so hot. As you relax, focus your thoughts on my computer and channel your energy flow to unmask and repair any damaged components. The following mantra may help to guide you. I'm not going to repeat the mantra. And discard. Now, before I discard it, I'm actually wondering if eventually I will get this person's PC. Hazel, let's see, Hazel Leaf. Okay, so it isn't here yet, so we'll get rid of that. And then we have this one, which is probably from the same person. Industry sponsor, into Cult Films, a bunch of things. Thank you very much. It's like, I don't know, it's great. Yeah, okay, send me those, whatever. But yeah, so we've got like another 3D Mark score, a 3D Mark score, but 8 gig RAM. 3D Mark score 16 gig RAM, 3D Mark score, they're all the same. There's so many and they are all the same. I honestly don't want to do that. It's just way too much of not enough. It's too much of not enough. And if anyone knows the what song that comes from, very well done to you. But what we have is, so we have PC there and a PC there. We're going to turn the lights on because I can't see. Alright, so this one wants an iCore and 8 gig. Okay, not a problem. We'll check as well to make sure they don't want certain cables or whatever. And this one just needs a hard drive, it would appear. That one is only in need of a hard drive. Now here we have some parts. I haven't picked them up because I thought I'll wait until we're running. There's a hard drive and there's 8 gig RAM. So we're going to fix these two first. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to come back here. And we're going to do this one. Need a new PC. A reasonable amount of RAM. So basically I get to spend $750. They need a 16 gig of RAM and a 500 gig hard drive. And we can just build whatever we want. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's have a just check and see. So it's this one. And Bruce, blah blah blah. Personally, I cannot stand modern technology. Convenience, or it's in spreadsheets. However, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's nothing about virus checks or anything on that one. Sorry, I'll do it in a minute. I was on PC beta earlier and saw some awesome plastic white cables. So we've got to put the white cables in the one that needs the hard drive. So this one needs the hard drive. So this one wants white cables. So let's remove both sides to make sure we get all the cables. And then we can remove all the cables. Okay. And that one. So there's no cables at the back there. Definitely can't see any there. And then we got a cable there as well. And a cable there. Lovely. Now, can't see any further cables anywhere. Okay. Now, the hard drive that we're replacing, I believe, is that one, because that's the 500 gig that we have. Storage. Mortoni 500. So we'll grab that out of there. And it's broken. So here we go. Can we please close the bay, please? I don't know how to close the drive bay. Oh no, no, don't close that. It's weird. It won't go in. Why won't this go in? No, close the drive bay. Close the drive bay is what it's telling me. So what do I need to do that and then close it and do that? That's weird. Why is that a thing? Okay, so no, we need white cables. Cables white. Okay, now this will make sure that every single cable that can be white will be white. And to you there we go. These have to be plugged. Look at all these lovely white cables, I say. You. And two. Oh, almost. Why is it so small? Let's zoom in a bit. There we go. Because then is everything now plugged? Everything looks plugged in. Alright, so let's get some of these in. And then that one. Let's see if this works. Again, no reason. Oh no, yeah, sorry, because it's a hard drive. Okay. This should install it for it. There we go. Look at that. If only it was that easy and quick. If you're going to install a hard drive off of a USB drive, then believe me, you're going to be there for at least 12 hours. Yeah. Good luck with that. Okay, well there we go. All done. Lovely. So that's one down. I went partly for this one first because the other one I'm a little bit more not 100% that I have everything for it. I'm pretty sure I do, but we will see. Lovely, so that is all done. And we will say thank you. Oh, there you go. It's interesting, it hasn't given us the white cables, even though we literally replaced every cable with white cables. And I love that it took longer than I hoped. I mean, there was no time limit. And if you're going to start scoring me down for things being late, that makes no sense, considering oh yeah, new bits. We did get new bits actually just now when I loaded it up. So yeah, nice new bits. Okay, this is the next one. So I definitely got the 8 gigs of RAM. I'm assuming theirs isn't working. Yeah, that's right. Because rather than trying to fit their 2 up to 8, I just bought an 8. Because, well, look, that works. Pow, there it goes. And then we've got to put in the i5, so we're going to open this baby up. And now let's have a look. That one is used, but it's an i5 660K. 640 or better, so that's fine. There we go. And then we're going to make sure a little bit of thermal paste on there. There we go. We'll make sure the cable's plugged in. Plop. Now we just need to boot it up. I think that was the point, was last week that we... Oh, I'm missing all the cables. Last week we had a point where I was pretty much using all of my old parts to fix a lot of the PCs we had. Okay, all in. I haven't changed the hard drive, so I shouldn't need the USB stick. Hey, backpacking, lovely, very nice. Done. And then we'll put the part on. Lovely. So we've now done 2. 5 stars. Perfect. It's lovely. I would like to get to 5 stars, but I think that getting that last half a star is going to be, should we say, a little bit tough, maybe. Alright, so this person wants stuff. So let's start off by saying, what do I have? These are used. This one is not. This one isn't actually used. This one is new. So we can just use this one. We can give them a Ryzen 5. That's a decent system. We have no Coolio, no motherboards. We have the 2 gig memory. They want 8. I'm going to buy 8. I'm not going to mess around with that. Okay. Some semi-decent. I mean, that's a decent card. In fact, that's probably the best card I have, is that one. That's actually a pretty decent card. So, I can use the graphics card. Have no storage. I do have a power supply. It's used, but as far as I'm aware, it works in an ATX case. And I do have a fan, because I bought it right at the beginning by mistake, and I still have. Alright, so first things first. They want 16 gig of RAM. It was 16 gig. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get them 2.8. And you know what? 2666 is actually a pretty good. That's pretty good. So if I get 2 of those, because we've got 750 quid to spend, that's a good price. It's a good price. So that's that. Then we go to the storage, and they want 500. Well, I'm going to give them a alright, well, I'm going to give them one of them because it's 500, but I am also going to probably give them one of them. Now, see, it's one of those where I'm going to give them a 2 terabyte. I'm going to get rid of the 500. So basically, it's an extra 20 quid, but they get like quadruple, God knows how much more space. So they're just going to have that. That's fine. So we've got graphics card, and we have. Let's just make sure. We're going to give them this one. AM4 socket is what we're after. AM4. Okay, thank you. So let's have a quick look. Alright, so these are the AM4s. Got this one, or we got this one. DDR, yep, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. We'll go for the better one though, because it gives a higher max RAM speed. This one won't take the 366s that we've got on order. So we'll go with that. So we've got the motherboard. We already have the processor. We need to get some cooling. I'm going to go for it's an AM4 socket, so that's good. I'll go with that one because I feel like that matches the colour scheme of the motherboard as well that we've got. Alright, so we got that, we got that, we got the, yes, we have the power unit, we have the storage, the RAM, and we have the graphics card already. So all we need, as far as I'm aware now, is cases. Because yeah, we've got that. We've got that in the cart. Then we've got that in the cart. Well, that in the cart. We already have that. That's in the cart. We have that. Okay, so sorry. Let me just check. DFL. SATX. I just want to make sure I get a case that fits an SATX. Right, so all of these. So at the moment we're on 500. It's 750 is what we've got. So technically we've still got 240 that we can spend. This one's not bad. It's quite a nice one. So I'm thinking that might be the Cooler Master box. I might go with that one. Okay, so that should be everything. Let's buy now. Pow. Be with us tomorrow, then we'll accept it. This job requires you to build an entire PC from scratch. You will need to buy all the parts and an empty case. We already did that. Okay. And I actually purchased the things in the cart. There you go. For the build job, a yellow label is placed on the whiteboard in the office. Pick up the yellow label and attach it to a workbench. Then build a PC on that workbench. Oh, cool. Okay. There it is. Build. Alright, well we're going to build. Oh look at all the amount you can do. We're going to build there. This is where we're going to be building. And we're going to move forward. Now like I said, there's probably a bunch I should be doing. We're doing this one. For now. And then when this finishes, it's going to be the end of PC Builder for a little while. I'm going to be building cars instead. It's just one of those arguments that for me, I don't know. It's annoying and frustrating. Okay, pow, ha ha ha. There it is. Oh, lovely. We'll pick that up. Thank you. Everything. Okay, so here we go. So let's start by removing both the front and back, I think. There we go. And then the very first thing we will do is put down our motherboard. I have to put the look, you have to put the spaces in, because if you don't put the spaces in, there could be problems. Pop. It's going to be interesting, actually, because it's adding up the cost as we go. Now, is it going to add up the cost of the parts that I already have? I hope it doesn't. Alright, so we'll worry about that when we get to it. So this will be the good test, actually. We're going to input this. Oh, got to open the bar first. Pow. In that goes. Oh no, hold on. Sorry, not quite yet. Put thermal paste on it, otherwise it could overheat. You don't want that. Pow. It's on there, look at that. That'll definitely keep it cool. Now, as there's no color coordination, I'm going to stick the RAM next to each other. People don't like it, could care less. In that one goes. And in that one goes. So there you go. It has its 16 gigs of RAMs. And the cost is getting quite high. But by all accounts, we only have 2 more things to put in this. Put in our storage, because this was relatively cheap anyway. Okay, and then you close it, and then you do that, because it had a go at me last time. Oh no, we're at the cost. We have no graphics card. I mean, we don't need a graphics card as such. That's weird. It's a bit strange. I don't... It hasn't upgraded. It says up to... Upgrade to 500 gigs. Does it have to be exactly 500 gigs of storage? Because that's 2 terabyte. So that's more. We will see. Because I already know if I try and put the graphics card in, it's not going to let me. Let's remove both of these first. I can already say it's going to be too much money. I can already see that. There you go. It's gone over in monies. Okay. Well, that's annoying. I wasn't aware that it was going to do that. However, I'm concerned about the hard drive now. Alright, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do either way. I'm going to connect everything up. They're all in white. You know, that doesn't actually matter. Oh yeah, I haven't put the power supply in yet. Okay, well the power supply might not even be allowed to go in. Okay, so power supply. Oh, so I need to remove this whole thing. Yeah, look. It's over by 8 quid. It's really weird. It's really strange that it's included the cost of the parts that I already owned. Well, I'm probably going to have to buy a cheaper hard drive anyway, because if this one isn't allowing to work, and it's interesting because it's essentially saying that I can't have this setup. It's not letting me have this setup because it's not letting me plug my graphics card into the motherboard. It's not letting me plug the HDMI in. So it's telling me that this motherboard doesn't have a HDMI, which is wrong, because it most definitely does have HDMI. But it's telling me I have to put in a graphics card, which again is not the way it works. And we're already over anyway. There you go. It has now accepted the upgrade, but now it's too much. Can I? Will it give it to me if I remove this? I mean, again, I feel like that's not going to be considered because the price hasn't gone down. I don't know which one it was I took out. I'll give him that one. Yeah, it doesn't seem to, because I think that it came as part. So because it came as part, okay. Alright, well, oh, sorry about that. So, it's gonna have to be, it's gonna have to come off of this. If, and what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to put a graphics card in it. If I put this one in anyway, because it's not that expensive, we'll try and cut costs another way. Put that in. See, now it will let me plug that in. That's a con. That is an absolute con, because I'm telling you, every motherboard, I'm pretty sure it's one of these, it will have a HDMI, and for me to not be able to use the HDMI is wrong. So now let me, because everything is now fine, let me remove that, and you see it's still not even under. But would it be the RAM? Okay, let's remove the RAM as well. Right, now we have $146 to get 16 gig RAM. In fact, if I put the thing back on, put a bit more thermal paste as we're reapplying the cooler. If I put this on, because it wasn't that much money, I don't think. Right, okay, so looking at this, we have, oh, it's awkward math, $86, 86, is it 86? I think, because then that would be 670. Yeah, so we've got $86 for 16 gig RAM. Oh, I'm not looking at that. For 16 gig, no. Don't think I can do it. Oh. No, that'd be 120. So if I was calling, so if I'm looking for the AM4 socket, because that's what we've got. We've got a £30 one, £30 ones, 20. £10 one. That might work. We might have to get the £10 one, because if I remove that, so we're now looking at 136. Yeah, I know. Salvman. It's one of those things. This is the first proper PC that I've built within the actual mode of what's it called, of career mode, and I wasn't aware that it was going to include the cost of the parts that I had on me. I thought it was only going to include the parts that I'd purchased. So I bought all the bits ready to go, and now I don't particularly want to send a lot of them back. But I can do it now. Now I know. Because yeah, if I buy 2 of these, that'll be 120, and that is 130, and we've got 136 that we can spend. So that works in theory. Because it's an extra 30 for delivery, so I'll pay another 100 just to get it today, so I don't have to worry about it. This is probably my last one. I'm going to waste money, because it's not that I can't afford it, it's that the person can't afford it. Let's just do that, screw it. There it is. Hey, thank you very much. I don't want to go through another day, is the problem. Let's put more foam. I put more thermal paste on this CPU than you can imagine. Oh, no, don't open that. Don't open that. Lovely. In you go. And then we'll connect that up. And then we've got this. And we got this. Pow. Oh look at that. I did it. I just about held it on. And we've got our 16 gig RAM, and we've got our 500, technically 2 gig storage. But that would, even if we'd have gone down to the 500 rather than 2 terabytes, sorry, that would only have saved us 20 quid. So that wouldn't have been, I don't know that would have worked. Oh no, hold on. We've got to make sure we stick in the USB, because there won't be any operating system on this baby just yet. Let's let this do it. Salvman, thank you so much for the follow. That's great. Yeah, I know it's still money. I know. Look, it's one of those things. My uncle wants like 5 grand, and at the moment I'm not getting close to getting anywhere near 5 grand. Okay. There you go. Yay! We've physically built our first PC. And it all kind of color scheme matches as well. Yeah, I'll show you that. Oh no, actually, I've left a part of their case off. I'll show you that message in a minute. It's quite funny. Let's move this. Yeah, I need to put the cover back over the there. Haha. This. Lovely. There it goes. So we can get rid of this. So what? Okay, so we're gonna have new stuff again. 9 days for that one. Oh, another long-winded just for storage. Find the problem. 8 terabyte storage. Okay. How do I send an email? Google, how do I send an email? Please Google, how do I send an email? Why isn't this working? Help. Email help for seniors. Computer classes. Right, I feel like that person needs help, but I can't. Bye bye. Okay, that was very weird. Alright, so that one's done. Boom. Yay, look at that. We got the money for the parts. Got money for the used parts. And we've got our labour. 5 stars. Perfect. Done. Okay. have a look. And then we've got, yeah, there you go, look. So basically, if you don't know this game, I've taken over this shop from my uncle, because he went off somewhere else and did a load of other stuff. I got this email originally to say that he is consulting with big gaming leagues, because they've asked him to build them PCs and things. And then a little while later he sent me this that says he's doing something to get back into business. He's got a little niche and he wants $5,000 and he'll give us 10% back, apparently. But yeah, I mean, the most I've ever got, I think, in total was $2,500. So that was one of those. It was one of those things that I wouldn't mind, but you know, it's at a point where there's so many messages for people wanting the same type of things over and over again. Yeah, he literally is going to take life savings. But yeah, no, Streamlabs is a thing where technically I have signed up. Technically, I have set up all of my notifications and everything. But I can. It's one of those arguments where I use Wirecast and to stream, and getting Wirecast connected with Streamlabs. At the moment, I like Wirecast. I'm kind of, I know how to get it working, even though sound can sometimes be an issue. It's the thing that I know how to use. And getting the Streamlabs notifications to combine is awkward, because at the moment I'm also streaming simultaneously with YouTube, because I have probably about a 50-50 what's it called, people watching me. All the people, like the audience that I have, is very much kind of split between the two. And I don't want the notifications for Twitch, for example, to be popping up on YouTube, because then I don't want YouTube to be funny about that. So as I'm quite new, relatively new at streaming, it's one of those things where I'll get to it eventually. I have got ideas for the notifications that I want to have. But yeah, it's one of those things. I'll get there. But yeah, so that was fun. I learned while I was doing. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a day for now, because I am melting into a puddle here. Yeah, and it's one of those things that, yeah, next week, tomorrow I'm going to be playing Trove. And what I'll do is yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Trove. It's not a bad game. We're getting into it. I wouldn't mind looking more into kind of the building side of it. That would be fun to see, kind of how you can build stuff in that. So I might have a look at that tomorrow. Next week, I won't be building PCs anymore. I'm going to be fixing cars. And now I know it starts with crappy cars, but it's going to be Car Garage Simulator 2018, I believe, is the one that I'm going to be starting next week. So if you would like to come along and join me next week, that'd be fantastic. And yes, I might even have notifications working, I'm not sure. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time.